I've been through this frustrating moments, and I find this across a lot of professionals as I'm, in my role as a partner with one of the leading executive search firms. I find when I meet all these top-notch professionals, they struggle because they struggle for these three reasons. Number one, usually, is that they don't know what they want. So they simply there's no purpose as to why do they, it gets to a point where they were quite driven, and once upon a time they were very motivated and inspiring and all that, but it gets to a point where they are now stagnant and they are feeling like there is something is missing, and usually because they've lost their sense of purpose. So they don't know what they want, and even if they know what they want, they don't know how to get it. And number three is about someone or something is standing in the way. And usually it's our own little belief system, our little voice sitting on our shoulder telling us, oh, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. So when that happens, it's a downward spiral. And usually it's driven by this one word called fear. We all have that. There are no exceptions. Everyone's got this fear. That's part of this process that, the reptilian brain in us, it activates this. So as soon as something, that's how we are programmed. Human beings are not programmed for success because of this element called fear. Now, fearlessness is not the absence of fear, but acknowledging that we all have fear and embracing it sooner. So that way, the quicker we embrace that, and the quicker we actually accept the fact that we all have this fear, we can go on to achieve, go past it. That's what fearlessness is all about. So having the courage to go past the fear. And I'll give you an example. It's a true story where, one of the few places on the planet called Arizona. It's a valley where very often they get the snowstorms. And that's one of the few places where the cattle and the American buffalo, the bison, they graze together. So because the animals, they actually have the sixth sense, so they can actually sense the storm is approaching. So what does the cattle do? They start running away from the storm. And very soon the storm will come and approach them, and then of course the cattle is all over the place. Whereas the American buffalo, you can watch it on YouTube, by the way. American buffalo, knowing fully well the snowstorm is approaching, they go into the storm, and 20 minutes later they go past it. So you can take a lot of lessons from these amazing, videos and animals that you can learn from, because ultimately it is our life, and if you really truly want to go on to achieve greatness and achieve mastery, then yes, there is fear, but the sooner we go on to embrace that and have the courage to walk past it, success will come.